In campaign 2020, the Democratic race for president is heating up as we near Super Tuesday.
And Californians will be heading to the polls this coming Tuesday. Here with us this morning is Dr. Jill Biden. Thank you so much for joining us.
We're so lucky to have you with us this morning.
Thank you.
And you have a big announcement you're actually making this morning. You have a new children's book coming out.
I do. It's called Joey, the Life of Joe Biden, the story of Joe Biden. It's about my husband growing up, how he was as a little boy. You know, I'm an English teacher. I think it's really important that children start to read at an early age and parents read to their children. And so this is my second children's book, and I'm really excited about it.
And this is pretty new. Actually, it was just announced, about 30 minutes ago. So this is pretty big here that you got this book out. Why was it important to have this book come out about your husband, especially during this time now? And what's the message to kids since it's a children's book?
Well, it's a story of you know, Joe's life and how he was a leader even at a young age and how faith influenced his life. And so I think that it's important that children see leaders and know what their story of them as children. And that's what I wanted to bring out, to show who he was. And even as a young child, he stuttered. And it was very difficult for him to get over that. He was bullied. And I think maybe young children can relate to some of the themes that I bring out in the book. Especially
with the bullying issues that we're dealing with today. You mentioned you are a professor. Most of us know that you're a Dr. Biden. I love saying that. Has it been tough for you to be on the campaign trail as well? Because I knew you were sort of like torn between staying with your students and then joining the campaign with your husband.
Well, I'm still staying with my students in a way that they text me every day, you know, how you doing on the trail, and we miss you, that sort of thing. But I thought it was just really too important, and I really wanted to be out here this semester, so I took this semester off. But I've been teaching, gosh, for 35 years. I taught the entire time we were in the White House. And so it's my career, my passion, my love. You know, politics is not my love. Teaching English, teaching is.
And Doctor, on the campaign trail, you've really been closely involved with the campaign. In fact, the other day you just sideswiped a heckler, got him away from your husband. So you're very active. You're not just standing there shaking hands.
That's right. So actually, last night I was here and I was talking to the Latino LGBTQ community and what they need, and that's what I try to do. I try to be the eyes and ears for Joe Biden, and I say, tell me your issues, tell me what's on your mind, so that I can take it back to my husband Joe, so that when we get to the White House, we can work on some of the things that really concern all Americans. And so that's what I'm doing here in California.
And it hasn't been easy. He's taken a couple of attacks, of course, on the road. How do you handle them, and how do you encourage him to deal with it? I mean, it comes along with the territory, but how do you handle it?
You know, I think Joe is one of the most positive, optimistic people I know. And of course, as his wife, I mean, it hurts a little bit, but you know what this is. We've been in politics a long time, and we knew this was going to be kind of tough, but I think we're up to it. I think we're a very resilient family. We've been through a lot of tragedy, and especially Joe, and so, you know, we're ready to do this.
What do you think his biggest obstacle is now, at this point in the campaign?
Well, I guess the biggest obstacle, I don't know, maybe just going forward. You know, every day is a challenge, but you move forward. I mean, there's new things that come up, and we're really excited about Saturday, about the you know, the South Carolina primary, and we got Jim Clyburn's endorsement, which was huge in South Carolina, and I really feel like the momentum is starting to go. You know, I'm a marathon runner, and so this is like mile 4. You know, we have to hit all the states, and this is
You're a marathon runner.
Yes.
You do everything.
Well, no, I don't do everything.
Running marathons, oh my, on the campaign trail, wow.
Yeah, well, you have to have some sort of balance and something that keeps you sane. And so I find that exercise does that for me.
Do you think he has a good chance in South Carolina?
I think he has a great chance. I think he's going to win South Carolina. I know he's going to win.
There right now.
Yeah, it's great.
And what about California? He has a lot of recognition here, has a lot of support. What do you think he's going to do here, and do you think he can win without California?
Well, right here in California, I mean, we have the support of Mayor Garcetti and Mayor Garcia, and I'm sorry for.
No,
yeah, that's okay.
It happens to us all the time, all the time.
But
Wow.
we have a lot of support here. So anyway, we're just moving forward. And a lot of Californians know Joe. He's been vice president for 8 years, and so he's going to do well.
And if there was one misunderstanding about your husband that you would want to clear up, that some people just, especially his critics and those who don't know him and still have yet to vote, is there something that you would want to say he's not that type of guy? I know a lot of times people say, well, he's part of the old establishment and he doesn't understand where the country is trying to move forward now.
Joe has ideas that are progressive, that are new, and so that's what, and they're achievable. For instance, I mean, with education, which is so important to me, I mean, everything he does, he knows how he wants to pay for college and pay for tuitions and, gun control. I mean, his plans are practical and achievable. He's not promising, oh, free this and free that, and he knows how he's going to pay for things, and he's pragmatic, and I think he knows how to get things done.
All right, thank you so much. We got to
Thank
go,
you.
but thank you
Thanks.
for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. And for much more on all of the races and the candidates, you can go to our website, cbsla.com, and check out our comprehensive voters guide.